Facebook conference, May Day and Arizona teachers strike 5 things to know Tuesday. Facebook's annual two-day F8 developers conference kicks off in San Jose, California, Tuesday, and CEO Mark Zuckerberg will, as usual, deliver the keynote. But the tone may be different this year as Zuckerberg tries to strike a balance between tackling the hard questions bombarding his company and reassuring the hordes of hoodie-sporting app developers that the fallout from Cambridge Analytica, in which a political consulting firm secured information on up to 87 million users without permission, won't wreck the businesses they've built there. President Trump on Tuesday will meet at the White House with the crew of Southwest Airlines Flight 1380, according to multiple reports. The flight, which was en route from New York to Dallas on April 17, made an emergency landing at Philadelphia after an engine exploded. The blast smashed a window, causing a woman to be nearly sucked out of the plane. Jennifer Riordan, 43, a bank executive from Albuquerque and a mother of 2, died from her injuries. Pilot Tammie Jo Shults, who formerly flew fighter jets in the Navy, earned praise for having nerves of steel during the harrowing landing. Educators protesting low pay and school funding in Arizona are expected to rally again Tuesday as schools around the state remain closed. Teachers were restless at the state capitol Monday after lawmakers prepared to introduce a budget deal that would increase funding for school districts, but fall short of other demands. Most of their frustration was directed at Governor Ducey, who promised to deliver enough money to districts to give teachers a 20% pay raise by the year 2020. Randi Weingarten, president of the American Federation for Teachers, said there's a lot of skepticism over Ducey's number 20 by 2020 deal because the governor hasn't brought enough teachers or movement leaders to the table. After one juror explained his vote in Bill Cosby's retrial, the other jurors' names could be made public following a hearing scheduled Tuesday. Harrison Snyder, 22, the first juror to come forward in a media interview, explained that Cosby's own admission that he drugged women helped him determine that the comedian was guilty on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. Last week, a 12-person jury determined beyond a reasonable doubt that the comedian molested Temple University staffer Andrea Constand at his Philadelphia area home in 2004, and that she could not consent because the pills he gave her rendered her unconscious. Protests expected to mark May Day. Tuesday is May 1, and that means it's May Day, a day marked around the world by celebrations, and sometimes protests. Historically a celebration of spring, May Day morphed into International Workers' Day, a global observance of workers' rights after a May 1, 1886, strike by workers in Chicago demanding an 8-hour workday. Last year in the U.S., thousands of demonstrators turned out, many protesting the policies of President Trump. Meanwhile, some places in the U.S. are celebrating Loyalty Day, which became an official recurring holiday during the Eisenhower administration.